Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to do a left side part French braid into a low bun. So I'm going to be using a comb that has a pointy end. I'm going to be using one or more of these hair ties. I'm going to also use some small hair ties, of course some hairspray, a hairnet that is as close to matching to her hair as possible, some bobby pins which are closed like this, and also some open hairpins that look like that. These are the ones we're going to use for the actual bun. So first thing I'm going to do is make a part. Oh, and this is Miss Katie. Thank you for being my guest of honor today. So I'm going to make a part on her left side. Tilt your head. Kind of above her left eye. Looks pretty good. Make it a little bit straighter there. And then I'm going to section off the hair that I'm going to do the braid. So pretty much like right behind her right ear, I'm going to make a little part all the way up to the side part I just made. So I'm just sectioning off the hair that I'm going to use for the braid. So it should look kind of like this.
Hold it.
So a front section and a back section, sure. And then the rest of this hair I'm just going to ponytail off. This is not the official ponytail, but I'm just going to hold that out of the way for now. And then with this stuff, I can let it go. I'm going to give her a little hairspray so it's a little bit easier to hold the hair as I'm braiding. And then we're just going to do a normal French braid. So I'm starting with the corner close to her part. Just going to section off a little bit of her hair. Sorry, Miss Katie. Hairspray in the face. And I'm going to do, starting with a normal French braid, so I take the right section of hair over the middle, then the left section of hair over the middle, and then the right section of hair over the middle. So it starts like that. Now, next time I carry the hair over, I'm going to add a little bit of hair from the section I sectioned off for the braid. Cross that one over. Let me know if my hands are blocking. So now when I cross over the right side, grab a little bit of hair from that, and I'm holding my hands really close to her head so that the braid is nice and tight and doesn't just immediately fall out when we're done. Same thing, keep repeating. Crossing each section over. I'm taking small sections of hair too, because if you take too much at a time, then it can get a little out of control. Keep going with all the hair that's remaining. Let me add a little more hairspray. Your hair's like mine, it's kind of slippery.
It's clean.
Was clean.
It was.
Keep crossing over. Let's see. Oh, running out of hair down here. So this will probably be the last one that I cross over from this back section. So once you don't have hair on that side, you just normal braid, and then we'll pull the rest of this hair up in the next crossover section. So now that all the hair is in the braid, I'm just going to continue all the way to the end. Well, not all the way to the end, but most of the way. Still keeping it as tight as I can so it doesn't unravel. And I'll go, your hair's pretty long, so I don't think I have to go all the way to the end. But you want it to be long enough that it'll fit back into the ponytail once this part's done.
You want me to hold it or no?
No, because I'm going to put a little elastic in it. So that's probably enough. So I'm going to give it a little elastic just to hold it, which we're going to take out as soon as we do the ponytail. So that's that. And then with this hair, as you can see, I have this triangle of French braid in the front, and now we're going to do the rest of the hair in a low ponytail. Sorry for the hairspray. Grab my comb. You don't want this ponytail to be too low, but you also don't want it to be too high. So we're gonna comb all this hair back, make it as smooth as we
You
can.
want to have like an inch under it that pulls up into it? Or...
Yeah, I would probably say like, well, once I get to it, I'll show you. I'll do a little measuring and see what it comes out to be. Especially if they have a lot of hair, you don't want their bun to be too big and then hanging out by their neck. That's not comfortable.
Nothing to pin it to.
Yeah. So, do you want to come on this side, Em, or is that side good? Okay. So we have all this hair coming back. Oop. Now I'm gonna tie it off maybe like a couple of fingers from the bottom of your hairline where your hair meets your neck. Let's see where this turns out to be. It's like 4 fingers actually. Might be a little high. So we'll just fix this up a little bit, give it some hairspray so the flyaways aren't crazy. We can always go back later and fix some of that stuff too. So now we have this low ponytail. So it's, again, not near her neck. So there's, for me, there's 4 fingers between the ponytail and her neck. So now that we have this, I'm gonna pull this guy over here and I'm gonna use one other elastic. It's a little thinner than the other one, but it's still wide enough that it can hold all this hair going on. So I'm gonna add that in there and take this little guy out. Oh, or just break it, that works too. Get rid of that. And then we're gonna make a little bun. So let's turn you a little bit because I feel like this part's easier to see. So I'm gonna be twisting her hair to the left or counterclockwise, only a little bit, just so I don't lose control of it. Could you actually pass me some of these as I'm going? Hairpins, yeah. So I'm twisting it to the left, and I'm going to start turning to the left, so it's rotating to the left. And as I go, I'm going to add some pins. So this pin is going to go into the bun hair directly towards her head, and then I'm going to twist it so it goes into the ponytail elastic. And then I'm going to do that again, pretty much right next to that. And just keep twisting and pushing against her head so that this bun doesn't get too loose. So I go in the bun towards her head and then turn it and press it directly down into the bun. I'm going to keep doing that all the way around, and the more pins you have in your bun, the tighter and the better it's going to hold. I'm actually going to put one more over here. So you want the bun to be as flat to their head as possible. Easier said than done with some hair types, but can you turn to the left? So I'm going to go in towards her head and then twist and push directly in. And if there's some layers poking out, it's okay. That's why we have a hairnet. So we go in and we twist. Kind of like a cinnamon roll, actually. And I do it this way so that their bun is not an unnatural, like, big donut-looking sock bun or something like that. So once we get to the end, where it's kind of done, we're going to get this hairnet in here. And I'm going to go once around, kind of twist it the same way the bun was going. And then wrap it one more time. And then the rest of it, I'm just going to tuck up in this bun and pin. So a couple more.
It'll look unnatural.
A couple more of the hairpins. Just wherever it looks like it needs it. In and twist. Oh, that feels like it hurts. Was that good?
Yeah, it hurts.
That's when you know it's a good one. In and twist. So you tell me if there's any parts that look loose or feel loose, I mean.
It feels more secure on the right than it does on the left, but it's fine.
Then I'll add a pin over there.
Oh.
That was the winner.
Juicy.
So we're gonna
That's good.
use some hairspray. Finish this all up so it looks clean. I like to use bobby pins if there's any flyaways on the outside of the bun. So could you like turn severely? Yes. So on this side, I'm just gonna put a little bobby pin to hold if there's any like imperfections or anything like that. And then this way, just a little more hairspray and I think you're good. So we have this side French braid, parted on the left, braiding to the right. The braid goes all the way back to the bun. Nice, as flat to the head as you can with that bun. And yes, that is the final product. Thank you, Miss Katie. And I hope that that's helpful for you guys.